Hi, I'm Jim Hawley, and this is USXX.com, and I'm here with Timmy Ferry's factory mechanic, Dana Wiggins. Dana, you used to be a rider yourself, man. These guys can't come in and give you any excuses.
Oh, I know the list is long of excuses. I used to use them myself, though. Everybody has them.
But they don't work now that you're a mechanic.
No, they don't. I try to weed through the ones that mean something and the ones that don't, and just do my job the best that I can.
You know, we just got done with press conference. Is that a helpful hint for you and Timmy working together? You guys were the first ones on the track?
Yeah, I think so. I think track time's good for anybody, especially when you can get a jump on the rest of the field, even though you don't get to ride the full course. But I think any bit helps.
Well, let's take a look at this truck, because not a lot of the listeners are allowed to go inside, but we're going to show them what's inside this factory truck.
All right, let's do it.
Now, Dana, we're in here now. What are in these drawers? Some of the people wonder what is in some of these drawers.
Well, as you know, Jim, at a supercross race, you don't have much time to change parts if you do have a mishap. So during the week at the shop, we try to build as much spares as we can and try to have stuff solid to just bolt on the bike. So for instance, handlebars, especially nowadays with the levers being as sophisticated as they are, it takes a little bit of time to actually just bolt one on. So as you can see, we have probably 6, 7 sets of spare bars, some for James, some for Timmy.
And you don't have time to glue on the grips. I mean, these grips are already glued on, safety wires.
With the new lever, to remove, on and off it, you have to take the grip off. It doesn't just bolt on and off. It slides off the bar, so you have to cut the grip. So it takes a little more time. So you want obviously the super glue to set for a day or so.
And even on the throttle tube, I see here the throttle's ready to go also.
In case you have a mishap with the throttle, you just bolt the cables in and put it back together.
Well, what was that other drawer behind this one I saw down there that looked kind of interesting? The disc brakes and stuff.
Well, we have discs. Just try to keep everything. We have our spare brakes. Brakes go bad once in a while, and if they do, you just change them out.
You ain't got time to bleed the lines. These are already bled, ready to go. The master, you bolt on and go.
Yep. We have many spares. Mud disc in case it gets muddy.
What about forks? If you blow a fork seal, where do you go for that drawer? That's the one I like. Look at that.
So as you can see, we have spare forks for Tim Ferry, just ready to bolt on at any time.
So if you blow a seal, there's no change in the seals. Kaipo doesn't have time to do that, right? You just grab
another fork. Depending on what time of the day it is, if he has time, he will change it. But for the most part, if it's in a panic, we'll just change forks.
What about shocks?
Shocks, same with shocks. Shocks, it's never determined what spring the guys want to run at a certain time, so Kaipo just leaves the spring off because that's only a minor add-on.
That's an interesting, the springs. Are they titanium or are you running steel?
We run both. We actually run both. Some riders prefer tie, some run steel, and it changes throughout the year. We test all year long, and 1 week they switch back and forth. I guess it's just whatever they feel comfortable on at the time.
Let's go upstairs. I want to go upstairs and see what's upstairs. What CDs you got in here? I see there's some CDs.
We usually record. We send somebody to each race to videotape each rider. So after practice and in between practices before their races, they can check out the track and see their lines and see where they're making mistakes. And then we also record each race too. So everything's documented and taped, so that way the rider can take it home and watch himself during the week and see where he made a mistake or where he didn't,
So in other words, after practice, Timmy will come up here, James, the riders, they'll have a cookie. I see you got cookies up there.
Coffee.
Little champagne from some of the other races the Kawasaki's won. But now where do the riders get dressed at, and where do you got those spare motors at? Was this his locker?
This is Tim Ferry's pretty much area, yeah.
Oh, what's
Timmy's locker.
What's in Timmy's? He's got a TV in there.
Yeah, he's got a TV. He's got all of his
It says keep clean. Did you put that on there? Is Timmy messy?
No, that's Big B.
Oh, Big B, the truck driver.
He tries to keep it clean as he can, because he's the one who's got to clean up after everybody.
Nice boots. Now these are for the Motocross of Nations, right?
He wore the Nations.
Wow. Will he use those this weekend in Vegas?
I'm not sure actually. He wore some different ones.
Those might be souvenirs.
I guess it depends what color gear he wears.
Those are all the #1 plates from all the riders?
All the #1 plates that Cowie's had over the years.
Wow,
we
that's
actually
nice.
have the real ones in our shop lined up all the way, just like they are here, but in our shop on the walls.
Look at there, 85. That's when I was riding with Wardy. Eddie Warren, man, look at all that. Jimmy Weinert, he used to live in Chatsworth. Lackey's a friend of mine, yeah. Wow, that's cool. Kardowski,
so yeah, the guys, they got it pretty comfortable. It's
nice.
Not a bad deal for them.
Where do you keep the motors though? Now with the time restraints that you have here, there's no way you're going to change a valve or a head or anything or ignition. You probably pretty much got to just put in a new motor.
Yeah, exactly. We usually have 2 or 3 on the truck. Right now it seems like we only have 1. We probably have another one over here or something, I'm sure. But yeah, in between races, if valve breaks or something, motor's the quickest thing to change. You can change in about 45 minutes.
I noticed you got shrouds up here. They're already ready to go with stickers. You ain't got time to put on stickers either. You just have everything.
We have everything ready to go just in case, so that way you just bolt it on instead of having to build it at the track.
And behind us here is, in front of us, this is the spare wheel department,
Yeah,
right?
those are all the spare tires, spare
Wow.
wheels.
Yeah, so for you people watching, these are full-blown works wheels. James Stewart, number 7, that's one of James's now. Magnesium hubs. And you run a bigger disc on the rear?
Yes.
Yeah, it's amazing. Now, Danny, one thing that I noticed about Timmy Ferry, I see O'Neill, they dropped off new gears. These guys don't wear the same gear twice. I mean, if they're done with it, they just take it home after the race, right?
Yeah, pretty much everything they wear on the weekend goes home for them to practice during the week, and then I think they usually get new stuff every race on the weekend. I've never seen James nor Timmy ever put on used gear.
That makes Chris Hunnell, the rider rep from O'Neill, he's a busy guy. I mean, look, you can see right here, he's brand new gloves in the package, and his jersey's already printed up with his name and number on it, and new Red Dog pants, and look at this is a whole gear bag.
Yeah.
Wow.
Things have changed, that's for sure.
That's true.
Not like it used to be.